All right. Thank you so much. It's that time again, 5 p.m. on Instagram, where we talk about everything about the lab. I'm so excited about the guest we have tonight. Yo, this is an amazing woman. Thank you so much, Gloria. Such a funny story, but I will share with you guys later what just happened. So I actually borrowed my friend's phone, and then I immediately went on to a live, only to find, I'm like, where are my people? Who are these people? So I had to log on with my own account. So that's definitely funny. So I'm just going to excited. I'm gonna add Lindiwe onto the live today. Lindiwe is such an inspirational woman. Hey, Evans, thank you so much for coming through. Oh wow, this is amazing! I'm so happy to have you on here
I'm
today.
so happy as well, eh?
All right. So, you know what? Before we start, I just want to tell the people my version of the story because, geez, when I met Lindiwe, she's such an amazing person. And hey, Loretta, thank you so much for joining. Oh my gosh, Loretta, thank you so much for joining. So we're talking to Lindiwe today. Lindiwe is a dear friend of mine, and I think she's a true example of what it is to go from absolutely nothing and push your way to, if you have a goal, like she's just epitome of what it is to start from nothing and get to that level. And she wasn't enough just going here. She was like, I want the next step, and then I want the next step, and she continues to inspire me. Lindsay, like, you just don't stop. I'm just like, what steroids is this woman on? And you know, maybe they're feeding her something in the lab. But you know, Lindiwe is such a humble person, and she's just one of those people that doesn't know how to like I think she's sometimes much like me, where I'm like, okay, like I can take the compliments when I'm reading them, but don't tell me straight to my face. But I mean, she's just one of those where she's always willing to learn from other people. Like, I don't know, Lindy was just like one person that I'm always so inspired by. Every time I'm around her, it's just the energy that she has is just amazing. And Lindiwe, thank you so much for agreeing to do the
Thank
live with
you
us
so
today
much
and
for having
teaching
me. I'm
us
so happy.
everything about what you do and what you know. I'm really excited to find out. So enough about me, guys. Let's hear from Lindiwe. Lindiwe, just tell us about yourself, what you do, who you are, you know, just fill us in.
Okay, so hi guys. Thank you so much, Leah, for having me. I'm like so nervous. I have never done these live things before, so bear with me, people.
Can we just
Anyways,
put some comments in there and make Lindiwe feel comfortable, guys? Let's just show her some love. You
yeah.
know, we love
So my
you, we
name
love you,
is
we love you, we love you. And you guys can please just share the live so we can have people that coming through so they can see what we are busy with. If you can share the live with your friends also, we would appreciate that, so we have more people on seeing this message, because Lindiwe's message is definitely one worth sharing with the world. And I think if you can just share this live, it would really be amazing. So yeah, Lindiwe, so tell us, who are you, where you from, and how did you end up where you are?
all right. So my name is Lindiwe Mkhwanazi, all the way from KZN. As you guys all know, you come from a rural area and your dream is just to go to that Joburg and make it in life. So 2005 was when I came initially to Joburg to look for a job like many of us do. So, but my problem was that the going to varsity straight was not an option for me at the time because I had to be like a breadwinner at home. So I had to get something that will immediately give me a salary or a job or some sort, because
Yeah.
that time I had just passed matric, so I didn't have any qualifications, anything, nothing. So what I did was, but what I knew was that I wanted to be in the medical field. So
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
did, yeah, that has always been clear to me. So what I did some those basic paramedic courses. The basic
yeah.
one was like about a month actually, and then I, but then
A month. So what?
the
Wait, I say a month you become a paramedic. What? What? Are you kidding me? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so
All
I
right,
was a
okay.
paramedic, yes. The issue with being a paramedic at that time when I got that basic ambulance assistant course was that I was not 21, so I couldn't get a PDP to drive the public, so I couldn't be hired as a paramedic. So what I then did was volunteer for 6 months at the government base in Empangeni, KwaZulu-Natal. And then
Yeah.
that's when I gained my, because for with the paramedic courses, ne, to go on to the next level, you must have a certain hours. So for me to do the intermediate course was to
Yeah.
have 1,000 hours working on the road. So I saw some very interesting things working on the road for that 6 months, building
What do
up
you
those
see? Like
one
people,
up.
like the head is there and the body is there. Motorcycles,
Yeah, I've
accidents,
seen
and all of
all
that.
that.
Yeah,
I've delivered
yeah.
babies. It was fun. So yeah, then I went on to doing the intermediate course when I obtained my 1,000 hours. Luckily, the
Mhm.
years were coming together that time because by the time I qualified for the intermediate, which is AEA, then I was 21. Then I was hired. Yeah.
Oh
Then I got
my!
my first job at ER24 in KZN. But
Oh, lovely.
soon thereafter, a friend of mine that was in Joburg that I had met at the paramedic college got me a job at the airport, the OR Tambo International Airport. So that's how
Uh-huh.
I came to Joburg. That was 2005. And then I worked at the clinic, but then I knew that, okay, I wanted more. I wanted like a real career that is sustainable because, as a woman, I just felt, okay, being a paramedic, carrying people, stretchers, running around, I don't want to do that when I'm 50. So that's when
Yeah.
I decided, no, I want to study further. I remember that time, then I saw a post on the Star newspaper talking about this phlebotomy learnership in one of these private
Private
laboratories.
lab,
Ne?
yeah.
That,
So that's the
yeah,
phlebotomy learnership course.
phlebotomy
All
learnership,
right.
yes.
I hope you're
So
seeing
that
the
time
love that
I
they're sending
didn't
you. There's
know
like
what
all
is
sorts of hearts coming
phlebotomy.
through. Thank you so much, guys. And if you guys have
That time I
questions for
didn't know
Lindiwe, please just put
was
them into the
phlebotomy.
comments. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm saying that time nobody knew what was phlebotomy. We were actually the first group ever in South Africa to do phlebotomy.
Oh,
So
wow.
what they needed at the time is just for a person to have matric. You must have at least a pass in maths,
Hmm.
biology or physiology, and English. So then
Yeah.
I applied, and then that's how I got into the lab. So the learnership itself is 18 months.
Hmm.
uh, you basically phlebotomy is just drawing blood, collecting all sorts of place specimen. It can be urine, stool, blood gases, anything that a doctor needs for you to go to the lab and so that they can make the diagnostic. So because people tend to think phlebotomy is just drawing of blood only, they forget about the
Yeah.
sputum, how it will diagnose the TB, they forget about the urine, they forget about the swabs, you know. So all that. So a
I think
phlebotomy
you
is
always
the
should talk
one
more a lot about blood testing and drawing the blood. And you guys have to study the human anatomy and physiology.
anatomy.
You guys
Yes,
have to
yes.
know the veins, which
The
one you are
vein,
poking. Like,
yeah.
how do you get that right? Like, how do you like I just don't understand. I think a lot of people think all medical technologists are phlebotomists. No, some of them are, but a lot of us, especially in South Africa, are not. But I know most of them in Africa and other places, they have to be because, like, find one person in the lab that's drawing the blood and doing the test. So, I mean, I
Mm.
wish I had that skill. I'm still like, oh my gosh, that's such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
But I'm scared of needles and I'm scared of seeing like actual blood on an actual person. Like, that for
Mm.
me is just like Yeah,
Yeah.
no. But
Yeah, no, so it
more
was
about,
really an interesting course, we really learned a lot, personal skills. It's not just they just teach you how to draw blood, communication. It
uh-huh.
was a lot of fundamentals within the course itself, because we even went for a month at the blood bank, which was very nice. So
Oh
we
no.
could do the blood
So the blood
transfusions
bank there
there
where
as well.
the people donate
Yes.
blood
Yeah. Yeah,
and right.
so then after 18 months, then you write the board exam in
Mm-hmm.
phlebotomy. Yeah,
Hey Lou,
so
thanks for joining.
that was how I got into the lab. But then I was very like interested seeing Leahs and the likes with their white lab coats there and wanting like to do more. So with the phlebotomy learnership, what they
Mm-hmm.
say when you sign that contract is that, okay, we'll train you for 18 months. After 18 months, you go and write your board exam. After the board exam, then you have to at least work back for them because they've trained you for like 2 years.
Yeah,
So it's the least you could do to work back for them, but you still get a salary. So it is a win-win situation. So I had to
yeah,
work 2 years at least as a phlebotomist before I could like study further. So
yeah.
then I applied. Then there was a learner technician learnership as well within the same lab. So I applied and I got in. Also with that one, you can have just metric with English, biology, physics, and maths. Just a
Yeah.
pass, which is like a 50%. But now they say even level 3, it's okay. So
Okay, all right. So
you
level
must
three,
have at least
level
the
three
right
on
subject
all of them.
on all of them. Yes.
English, that is English, life sciences,
Yes.
science itself, and mathematics.
And mathematics,
It's
yes, you must have
and math
level.
literacy, or is it just
Math
straight
literacy,
pure
they
mathematics?
also
Math
take it as
literacy is
well
also
now.
allowed. Oh, okay,
Yes.
that's interesting. That's nice because it
Yeah.
works similar to the phlebotomy one where you work and you get paid at the same time while you're studying.
Yeah,
Similar
yes.
to the medical technicians where you go straight from school from matric and you can study
Mhm.
and be paid actually by the laboratory itself. So that's actually quite a
Yeah.
great option if you don't
If you
have the
don't have,
capacity to
yeah.
take to go to university and all of that. So that's
Mm.
definitely something that so you started seeing the Leahs with the lab coats. You're like, okay,
Then
I'm tired
I
of
was
these
like,
teenagers.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did my training in Pretoria at the lab there. It was also 18 months. This one
Yeah.
was actually more intense because then I had to go because I applied for a learnership in clinical pathology. So clinical meaning hematology, chemistry, and microbiology. So I had to be sent to one of our main labs, which is our referral labs, so that I can do, you must do 4 months at least in all those disciplines
Yeah.
before you can be admitted to write the board exam. So I did that. That's when I met Leah. We were doing microbiology together and preparing for the board exam that year,
That
which was I think
that
2010 or
difficult
so.
subject.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my first day, they were talking about gram positive. We didn't even know what is that now? But it became I really became interested in it because it was really interesting. What's nice about microbiology is that everything is still like practical. You do it yourself, unlike mostly when with your chemistry instruments, the instrument does most of the work for you. So at least in microbiology, you see the process.
You could see
You hands on
and the bacteria, what it looks like, how you
what it
grow
looks
it.
like.
You can see all of that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. So are you
Yes.
saying that microbiology was your favorite out of
It
the
was my
three?
favorite. I actually did got a distinction in it so with my board exam.
I'm gonna cheer you up, but then let's just give you a heads up for that one. Show you some love for the head. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, but that didn't
Wow.
end there. Okay, with the being qualified technician, you do exactly the same things as our technologist. And then, but like, obviously we get paid less because it's only fair. They went to varsity for that year. So I just came in the lab with my matric and that's it.
Yeah.
So obviously then I wanted to do more because I felt, especially with our private labs, in order for you to one day maybe become a lab manager or even an assessor, like a training department, you must have the national diploma in biomedical technology. So that's when I wanted to study further. But initially I couldn't because the labs had stopped that bridging course because they were saying, no, they're losing too much money because people are failing. You know, it's not easy to work and study at the same time. So
And
they
be
had
a
stopped it
mother
for
of
some
how
few
many?
years, 5 years.
What?
Yeah.
How many boys do you have, Lindiwe? Excluding the dad. Or
You
even
know,
including the dad.
I've
The
got
dad
three
didn't get
boys, you know. It's really, you know, it's a lot of work, eh? I
a
have like
lot.
three
Yeah.
full-time jobs, you know, because there's a studying, there's a home environment, and there's work, you know. But you know what?
Yeah.
If you have a dream that keeps you up at night, you must follow up, you know. You don't want to wake up one day and say, you know what, I could have done this or whatever.
Yeah.
So a few years later, the lab decided, okay, we are bringing back the breaching course. So with that, they wanted just you must have your technician qualification and you must have worked at least 2 years in a lab and still your maths, physics, biology or physiology.
Yeah.
So in the country currently it's TUT and VAL that is providing
That's
the
doing
breaching
it.
course.
Okay.
Yes. So
And
I
how long is
applied it.
it?
5 years.
Gloria says
I
true.
know 5 years.
True to what,
5 years.
Gloria? Say, put more on there so we can say you saying true to what?
You know, 5 years seems like a long time, but you know what? You are working,
Yeah.
you're still getting paid, so you're losing
You're
nothing.
getting
Because
paid.
if I
Yeah.
didn't start it, 5 years later, I'll still be a technician, of which I could just study now, and then 5 years later, I'm a technologist, you know?
Yeah.
So,
That's a great way of looking at it. If you actually,
yeah,
that's
otherwise
something
I
I
would have
never
stayed
thought of,
in
but
there.
that's actually a really great way of looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I started in 2016 with my bridging. I'm studying currently at TUT. It's gonna be 5 years, but at least we do not have to do, you know, that experiential learning that you guys do as your
Oh.
full-time students, that 12 months, because we are already working in labs. So after that
Yeah.
5 years, we're gonna just graduate right away. We don't have to go and do experiential learning or internship, as we call it
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because you guys
so
already have the experience
because we
and you
already
just,
have the experience, you
yeah.
know, we just need the papers. Yeah.
Just need the
So
papers. Yeah.
yeah. So now
Gee.
we how we study we study like we attend Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So you can imagine, yeah, you can imagine we can't even go to churches anymore because you
Oh
know
my.
2 weekends you are in class in a month, and the other two
Uh-huh.
weekends normally you are working because even though
Oh
you
yeah,
are
you have
studying,
to
you
work
must
like
still cover
overtime
your
and all.
hours.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Yes,
So
that's
it
the
takes a
advantage.
big toll on a person, eh? Because yeah, we have families, especially we are women, you know, you have kids, yeah, you have a
Yeah.
partner, you know, so it really is you have to have a
To sort of
partner
have
that
to
can
find that
support
balance
you.
between like that work home balance. So
Mm,
Claudia says that's the advantage. You already know the lab work, so definitely even when they talking about, you know, now when they talk about gram positives and gram
I've
negatives in
seen
your
it.
you've seen
Yeah,
them, you know them, you've worked on them, you probably even know them better than the lecturer sometimes because you've worked
yeah,
on them every
true.
single day. And what
Mm,
lecturers sometimes miss is that actual practical work because they are in the theory, they know what the theory is, but they haven't been in
mm.
the lab for such a long
They-
time themselves that it's almost like they can tell you, what the theory is, but you yourself have seen it, you're doing it every day. It's so much easier to remember what a blood agar looks like when you work
It
with it
looks
every
like if
day.
you know it, yeah.
Exactly. For us, when we were studying in university, I'm telling you now, I run QCs and controls for a living. I can call it that. But I had no idea when they were talking about a Levi Jennings and QCs and blood agar. You are passing, you are writing, you are
You
cramming
just
your way
writing, yeah?
in, and it's like you don't know what you are doing, you don't know what you're learning. You come into the lab, you're like, the micro I was studying and this micro here. And then we were
It's
doing
not,
with
yeah.
yogurt and lactobacillus and all those things. I mean, like you come to the lab and you're like, where's the yogurt here?
Yeah.
There's special people that do the yogurt. And, like yesterday I went into a micro lab and they were showing me a nail that they grew. I'll share the picture later on where they grew a nail and it had fungi on. It was actually quite an amazing thing to see that those nails with the manicures, they took the nail and then the fungi grew on it on this, so they need to find the treatment for that lady. So it was quite an amazing one. So even says sharing experiences really proves that we actually want just with different physical appearances. Thank you so much, Evans, for that.
Thank you.
So definitely, I mean, this is such an amazing platform, and I really want to thank Lindiwe for sharing her story with us. If you guys have questions for Lindiwe, please do put them on there. Lindiwe has been doing this where she started as a paramedic without even driving. She went on to become a phlebotomist and, all of that, going in and studying hard and doing all of that. And then she went on this girl, levels, and she was like a medical technician. She's like, I'm tired. Me, I also want levels. She went on to become a medical. You are 4 courses away, right?
Yeah, like I'm doing my 4th year now, so next year
You're in the
is
4th
my
year.
final year. Is yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I just want to get more information on that. So when you apply through the lab. Do they advertise those?
They advertise it, yeah. They normally the training department advertise it to everybody that is technician, because phlebotomists are also medical technicians according to the HPCSA. So whether you are a phlebotomist or a technician, then you may apply. You must have worked as a medical technician for at least 2 years to apply to the course, and then yeah, that's all you need now. So because then the lab sends through all the application through to TUT on our behalf, and then with TUT they call you in to write like sort of like a psychometric testing and whatever, and then there's an interview, and that's all you need. And then yeah, so yeah, it's really quite an interesting course, and as you said, it's really nice because we have seen everything. We know exactly what they're talking about, so it's really much easier for me. The only thing that will get you is that obviously you are still working your full-time job, and then you must go to the classes. But otherwise, other than that, it's really informative, because as a technician, you normally are taught how to do the work. You work. You don't know. Now the varsity is answering the whys. Now I get the theory behind everything, and everything comes together. Everything makes sense. So that's that's an advantage.
Amazing. So even says here, I really related so much with Lindy. So wow, and then Gloria says, well done, Lindiwe. So much love from our people here. You know what? And I mean, it's such an amazing thing that you still have to work and you still have a family and you still really want your dream. And so what's next, Lindy? What's next for you?
What's
next? I'm just like, because you always, whenever we think you are done, you are just like,
okay, my thing is okay, I really I am gonna still work further. It's just that now, obviously, with the BTech thing, it has been stopped, and TUT, they still don't have a directions for us yet what we will need to do. But the indication is that we will do just maybe the honors, like straight from the start, other than, yeah. So we don't know if maybe with they can add maybe few subjects to make up for
For
that
you guys
BTEC
to
or
have
anything.
honors, yeah.
Yeah, there's still no information. But obviously, I would like to study further, do masters, and my thing has always been, I've been always interested also in training, so maybe I can be an assessor there, training department one day, or
Yes,
go
yes.
on into becoming an application specialist as well. So yeah, no, that's a nice thing with this technologies diploma, because then my doors now, more doors are going to be
What
opening,
was
so I won't be stuck. Whereas with the technician, it limits you. So that's the one thing I didn't like. It's a nice career to
yeah,
have, but if you still want more, then it's an advantage
it's
for you to
limiting.
have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
diploma. Yes.
So now you can definitely go in and do anything else that you want. And you now not just a button pusher, you're not just streaking away. You now actually know why
Yeah.
you're doing what you're doing. We just had Michael and RT Inspiration join us in now, and it's like almost at the end. But you know what? Thank you so much, guys, for joining us in. We are gonna go live again on Facebook at 6 p.m. So if you missed it here, you can catch it there for the rest of the story. But I will also post this on YouTube. So definitely do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Lindiwe, thank you so much. And I mean,
Thank
you have
you.
really truly opened our eyes to what it is when you have a dream and you want to go for it. There's nothing that's going to
Mm.
stop you. You could have used an excuse and say, oh, but I've got kids. Like 3 kids is not easy to manage. Plus a fourth kid, which is probably your husband on there.
You know?
Like, like it's tough. And you still have your family and you still have work and you still have you to take care of. You still want
Yeah.
to take care of yourself, be a lady and all of that. You know what, have your me
Mm.
time. And so
Yeah.
having to squeeze all of that together, kudos to you, man. Like, Lindiwe is still so humble. Lindiwe is still like I don't like Lindiwe is just something else for me. She's just mind blowing that to remain so humble and working hard from nothing into who you are today. It's just absolutely amazing. Gloria says, thank you, ladies. Much love. Thank you so much, guys. And we will join you again on Facebook. Lindiwe, thank you so much. We love you
Thank
so
you
much. We
so much.
appreciate
Thank you. I
that you're
love you,
giving
you
us your
know.
time. Oh my gosh, you always inspire me so much. I'm always so hyped up. Lindiwe has this great energy. There's certain people that just have this positive energy that whenever Lindiwe is around, you can just feel. And I think I'm glowing because Lindiwe is on here also. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
taking the time to take us through this. But I just have one more question though.
Yeah.
You said you're studying Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. How are the hours? From what time?
Okay. Normally on Friday we start at 2. So since now I work day shift, I go and work my hours up until, because I work in Pretoria and TUTs in Pretoria. So at least I can knock off at 1 and then go into TUT at 2 up until 5. And then Saturday is normally the whole day. Every Saturdays we write a test. And then the test we write at about 7:30. So on Saturday it's 7:30 in the morning until the 4 in the afternoon, and then Sundays, yeah, and then Sundays it's 9 up until 12 in the afternoon.
Sure.
So
That is
yeah,
so that's definitely
and we do that
takes
twice
things
a
in.
month. Every second weekend we have class. So yeah, but it's really,
Yeah.
yeah, it gets to you
But you
sometimes.
get
But you
used
know
to
what?
it and
I've
you
always
manage
had the
and you
love
find
for it.
your way around it. I mean, Gloria and I can relate. Gloria was saying when she was doing her master's, she had to go into work at 5 a.m. to finish her shift and
Mm,
then go into her
yeah.
master's. The same thing with me. I used to be in the lab at around 11 p.m., 1 a.m. Like, it's
Mm,
crazy. And when I had both my kids during my master's, I would go home, breastfeed, come back, do my experiment while it's incubating, go home, breastfeed
you
some more.
see.
I mean, it's just one of those things that you have to try and do. And you just have to, when you love something that much and you want to push it, you literally go and do whatever it takes to get to that point. And I really
Mm.
salute you. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And
so much.
yeah, what a great way
Yeah,
to end this
thanks.
live. Do you have a message? Do you guys have any questions for Lindiwe? Anything else you want to know? Lindiwe, what is your final message to our friends here?
What, Nay, I'll say, as a person, if you have a dream, follow through, it will all be worth it in the end. Nothing that is worthwhile comes easy. So you will struggle, you will sweat, you will cry, but at the end of the day, it will all be worth it. So keep
Oh,
pushing, guys. I started really at the bottom of the bottom, and I really can see now at least I'm almost there. But yeah,
you're
so just
already
keep
there.
pushing.
You just shifted the bar, but you're already there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! All right. So there's the. I just want so Lab listen to what Lab P301 is saying. I just want to wish her luck, and she must continue inspiring others. Oh
Oh,
wow!
thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much.
And Dada says amen to that. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you. Thank you,
I think we're
guys.
just getting more and more people coming in. But if you missed this one, I'm still gonna share it on YouTube. Otherwise, join us right now at 6 p.m. on Facebook Live. Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna end this
Thank
live now.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.